Hello everyone, I am Fudge3004 and I'd like to welcome you back to Satisfactory. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always enjoy hanging out with you, so sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. I told you I would show you my world. Again, it is not very much, but it is something. And so I have the process for making screws, which are these right here. And before I have the screws, I am making them into rods, which is what this machine is doing here. And then this machine is taking those rods and turning them into screws. So in here, I have a whopping lot of screws. And then in here, I have a whopping lot of rods. So that way I have plenty of each. And then in here, what this is a merger. This is a merger, a conveyor merger. And so I have one coming from that right there, which is a driller. And then I have the iron coming into here, and it splits it into two. One going that way, and one going this way. We'll get into that on the game that we have going on. This is on my DFJ world, not on my Fudge3004 world. So I just thought I would show you a little bit about what's going on. And this processor here is making just the ingots, as you can see there. And then I have another one over here that is also making ingots, and then it takes it over here. And this one is just making iron plates. That comes all the way down to here, and they're stored in here. It doesn't go any farther than that, but the belt from that merger is right there, going into both of these containers that hold all that stuff. This is just a conveyor, a copper one, which is making it into ingots, which are coming out of here, and they are being made in here. So this belt right here is a long ways over there. I'll take you over there real quick and show you how far away it is. This is where I wanted to go to, but I think we have a better place because this is a long ways away. As you can see, it's not like super duper long, but it's long enough. So it took a few little bit to get this belt in. Of course, it has some funky little things with it like that right there, which, you know, it's kind of funny in a way, I guess. So there is that. And this is the copper deposit that I have. This is one of the grinders right here that keeps up all of the power for this, the biomass burner. And then this is, of course, the drilling rig. And then I have another copper place right here. And you can see right there at the top, it says crate. Somewhere over there, probably down in this green area, there is a crate when I got knocked off this edge by one of the hogs, you know, those boar things over there. So yeah, there is some over there somewhere. They're not here right now, but there is one over there, and it's not been a lot of fun. I cannot get to it yet. I don't know how I will, but I'll see what happens when the time comes. The nice thing is you can just get on these and you can walk and there is no sound, and you can actually just stand on it if you want to, and it'll take you wherever you want to go. It's slow, so you know, there is that. In any case, I just wanted to show you my little build that I have here. It is not very much, like I said, but I am working on, you know, having this stuff done. And then I have another place right here that I was going to take and do something with, but right now I just don't remember what that is. So I have a whole bunch of wire there, and I think I was going to put in another one of these to make a whole bunch of cable to put into there, but I haven't made it that far yet because these two are not connected, and I'm not going to have them connected because this has plates and this has wire, so that's why they're like that. This game does have a lot of conveyors and everything, but I just thought that I would show you my little world here. So let's go ahead and get back into the Defudge world, and we'll continue from where we left off. Okay, so now we're back in our world, and looks like this guy's rebuilding himself. For whatever reason, he went to sleep, and I don't really know why, but he did. So we just got our hub built, and we built one of those guys there. So the drillers, the little portable drillers, portable miners, so we can get the iron from here. He has 66. Let's just go ahead and take that and put that into here for right now. And as you can see, we do have a lot of iron, and I believe that is all iron. So we're just going to stick all the iron in there for right now in our little personal chest. And so we need to go out and find wherever the copper is. And this is, of course, limestone, as I said before. Let me see. The copper was over here this way, wasn't it? And I believe we have a miner on there. Let's go see about the miner, and then we'll build our place up there and go get that going. There is something else that I would like to show you as well. I had to cut it out of the last video because it was just a little longer than what I wanted, and I wanted to save it for a different time. Down there is where we got knocked out by that big creature. Looks like one of the boars, but is much, much tougher and much more aggressive. This place right here, and sometimes they're marked by things like mushrooms or whatever, is a cave. And in these caves, there is very dangerous creatures, as you can, well, you'll see in a minute. Let's just kind of go in here a tiny little bit. There are resources in here, but mostly it's just kind of a dangerous area to be because there are some very dangerous creatures. That guy right over there, those guys are not easy to defeat. They're kind of pains, actually. This guy right here. Okay, that's a stinger. So, oh. Yikes. So you can see just how dangerous those guys are. We did take quite a bit of damage. Let's just go ahead and eat some of that. So you can eat these and get your health back up, which again I did take out of my last video because I just didn't think it was super important for the time. So those are stingers, and they do a whopping number on you. Your health will respawn over time, so don't worry about that. I really don't know what is in this cave exactly, or whatever. Interesting looking stuff, I do gotta say. And yeah, so this is one of the caves. There are many caves scattered around, and your place will always be shown by the hub. And so anytime you have that, you will always have a hub. I don't know what that is up there. Let's go see if we can carefully get up there without kicking it. I don't know what that is. It's probably an artifact. Summer sloop work in progress. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this. And again, the sound just goes away, just like we picked up those artifacts that told us to pick them up. So this is very interesting. I do like this. This is cool. Now, sometimes you will run across, well, I ran across one that you dropped down in, and then you had to find your way back out. So, I don't think I'm going to go much farther, but you can at least see what some of these caves are like. So, in any case, I just wanted to show you this, because, you know, we will be having to traverse these soon. Now, I just have to find my way back out, and I believe it's right here to the right. And this should be the entrance. Okay, it is. Alright, so now let's go get the copper. Again, I'm not going back down there. That was way too dangerous. And I don't know how we get stuff to knock those guys out, but I'm sure we will get that far soon enough. He is now full. Alright, we'll take him. And these guys will make scary sounds, like I said before, but they are totally harmless. They won't do anything to you. They run away if you hit them. So let's go back. Let's go see about doing our work in progress, and let's go see what we're going to be doing, our thing to upgrade our base, I mean. Looks like this guy's also full, so we're going to have a lot of supplies. That's good. That's going to help us out quite a lot. Okay, let's go see what it takes, what we need to do. Hub upgrade 5. Let's go ahead and select this milestone. And so we're going to have some cable, 50 cable, and some concrete, and some rods. Now this is going to be the time when we probably ought to think about building some places. As you saw on my world, I have some platforms down. Those are foundations. And we're not going to be able to do that right now because we just cannot open them at all. If I remember right, that's Q. And production, we can do these two. And logistics is just the conveyor belts and the poles. And of course, power is power line and power poles, which we're going to need some anyway. So we do have stuff on us. We're going to have to get some more concrete. That much is for sure. And looks like this concrete has also regrown its centerpiece. So let's just go ahead and grab this again. And then we'll go down there and see if we can make some pieces. Because I really want to make some of the contraptions so you can see those and see how they work and all that stuff. Plus, it's going to be much better. This is impure. So you can see one of the impure nodes. And it will always tell you what the nodes are. Let's go into here. Let's go to Q. I don't think we can make anything yet with the constructor. We need some cable. We already have the plate there, which is the reinforced plate, which is quite expensive. And we did pick up a lot of those. Yes, 39, so that's cool because we picked them up at that wreck. And then the smelter, we already have that. Let's go to the smelter. Let's go see about placing that. Now, we want to place them where we know we are going to be able to use them. If we place a smelter here, we could get one of those iron ore nodes to go right into it. So let's just go ahead and do that right there. Okay, now that that is built, what we can do is we can take our iron. It's not going to do any good right now, but we can at least put it into it. And then it will be able to smelt once we get some power going. So let's go and do that. Sometimes it's good to get them close, but we don't always have to. You know, it's okay if they're not right on top of us. That should be iron right there. Okay, he's in there. Now, he's not going to be able to do anything because we need power. And that's where this thing back here is going to come in handy. We don't have a lot of wood, but we do have a lot of branches or leaves. And they can use flower petals and all that kind of stuff. So let's go to here. Let's take out those. And I'm going to run around for a little bit. And I'm going to gather up quite a bit of this stuff right here. So we're going to be needing it anyway. And then I'll come back and we'll start feeding the machine and getting that powered up. I have over 600 leaves on me right now, so what we ought to do is make the power pole first so we can power this guy. So a line is going to go from here, from that thing right there, that transformer looking thing, over to the power pole. And we can directly hook it up to there, but only one line can be hooked up to there. So we want to use a power pole. And then we are going to hook that up to this thing right here, and that will help power this. Now we can get up on top of these things, but the fortunate part about that, so you can see that what that actually looks like. So the unfortunate part about this, as I was starting to say, is there is no way down besides jumping down. So if you have a really, really tall thing, you're probably going to get hurt. Let's go ahead and press Q, and now let's go to power, and let's go see about a power pole. We do have enough rods. We should probably make some more rods. So let's go ahead and gather up this. Let's get some more. Oops, we're out of room. Okay, cool. We can deal with that. We just go to here. And we can't do anything there because we don't have any room. Let's drop the copper that we picked up. So let's just go and drop that into there. And then we have that. So we have a little bit of room. And we should have some iron ingots. So we have 8 iron ingots. Let's go ahead and just make a few rods. Okay. We now have some rods. Let's go to Q. And let's make a power pole. You want to make sure to put it in a place where you don't think you're going to have any problems. So I'm going to stick that. I don't want it in the way of right in the middle of there because that's where a driller would potentially go. Let's put that right there. Okay. Now that we have that, that will work out good enough. Q, let's go to power lines. We're going to need some cables. So we only have one cable, as you can see. I meant to click on it, not click on it right away. So we need more cables. We do have, good thing, I do believe, quite a bit of the wire. We have 439 wire. And so cable takes 2 wire to make 1 cable. Let's go ahead and make several wires. That way we have them, and we're going to need some anyway for the other machine, so that way we can make parts from it. Now let's go to Q, and you want to use the power line. You're going to hook it up from there, and it will show a pole, but it doesn't really show a pole. It's just showing what's attached to there. And now we have power. Now we can take this line. Remember, there's only 4 per power pole, so you do need to be careful. Hook that up to there, and you can just look over there. You can go over there if you want to, but now you have a power line over there. Some people like to hide them and stuff like that. I have no real idea how to do a lot of that, so I don't really get too worried about that for right now. Now we go over to here, we click on this, and then we feed that in, and now we have power. That thing will start dropping leaves into there, and once this thing runs out, then we can take this handle here that you see, and it will be down, and we'll have to turn it back on when that runs out of power. So what that means is you can see the smoke coming out of there, and now this guy is making ingots. He will go ahead and make all the ingots that we have. So that's the best part about that, is he'll make all the ingots into iron. 1-to-1, so you can get 100 ingots. Now this is also a normal node, so we're going to get a lot of iron a lot faster from these guys than we normally would. So the impure thing and the pure thing does matter. I made it sound like it didn't, but it really does, because you can get more stuff quicker when you're mining with your hand or the machines, and it should get stuff faster. Now we can, of course, mine with our hand. As you know, we can, do this and get it like that, but there's no point in it because these things are much faster and we can use our time to build other things. Okay, let's go to Q now, and let's go to production, and let's go to a constructor. This thing right here is what we need, and then we want to put that somewhere near where this thing is, even if we have it facing a different way or whatever. So for right now, what I am going to do is I'm just going to make this into a straight line, and I'm going to go to here, turn right around, and I'm going to put the constructor right there, and I'm going to actually turn him a little bit like that. Sometimes if you get things just right, there will be a line. See that green line right on the right hand side? That means that a conveyor will hook right up to it super easy. Okay, now that that's done, let's go see what it takes to make a conveyor. So we're going to go to logistics, and we're going to see if that takes 1 plate. And we need a bunch of plates to do that, so we're going to take that. We're going to see where it turns blue, and we're just going to drag that to right there. Click it again with the left mouse button. And now we have just made that. Now what we can do here is figure out what we want to make. Iron plates, iron rods, or screws. We know we need plates to make a lot of the conveyors. So let's just go ahead and start making plates. We'll get that done. And he doesn't have power, of course. So we got to go back to Q, go to power, get a power line, and always save 1 space from here to put in another power line, because you are going to need to. So we have that. Now that's done, and we're going to hook up another power pole somewhere, so we're going to leave that 1 open space. Okay, now that that is done, let's go to Q. We can't do anything else. We don't have any other good things. So what we got to do is upgrade this. So we need 50 cables and 75 rods. Maybe we should switch that to rods, huh? Okay. Well, let's go to select recipe and let's do rods. Okay. Now this will have a bit of stuff in it. As you can see, it has a bunch of rods and it should have plates. I thought I had plates, but maybe those plates are now gone. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. We need the rods anyway, so that's okay. Now, we don't have any place to put anything. So that's one of the biggest problems. We'll take out those rods and we'll begin putting those rods into here. We can always help out the machine But once, you know, we don't have to, but we can if we want to. For the cables, let's just make 6 cables. I think that's going to be some of the best that we can do. Then we're just going to go ahead and put in those. Actually, we need more than 6 cables. We're going to need 50 cables. We have 27. Let's make 25 more. We should have way more than enough. Okay, I have about 35 cables right now. We'll have a few left over. Let's go ahead and drag those guys into there. We have all the cables. Now we're just going to need a bunch of rods, and we're going to need a bit of concrete. We have 5 concrete. We're going to need more because we're going to have to put some more into power poles and everything else. We should be able to make some concrete. I'm going to go ahead and make what I can. One of the problems too is you're always having to go out and mine all the time. We can put one of those little miners on here, which would probably be a much better idea. Otherwise, we're going to be spending all darn day doing that. So, what do we need for a miner? We need 4, looks like 4 rods. Okay, let's go grab 4 rods. We should have more than enough rods in here now. And we can go ahead and take this, grab that guy, go to here, put the iron ore in there. And since it has the compatible stuff or relevant items, it always has the thing you need up at the top. And that's awesome. In here, we'll grab those rods. We will go make a portable miner, and we'll put it on that limestone over there. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We will make at least 1. Okay. So all we need is 1 for right now. We'll make more later once we have, you know, the opportunity to do a lot more. We can put that pretty much anywhere that we want to. Let's just go ahead and put that right there on top of that. And let's press E. That was not pressing E. Doggone it. Thank you. You want to left click. Sometimes I get all confused. Now this guy is going to start drilling on there, and he's going to get us quite a bit of the limestone. And he will get limestone for days. So I'm going to get that. We're going to go make more concrete, and we'll get this part done. I do have enough to be able to put in the concrete now because there's 26, so let's just double click that in there. Now we still need some more rods, and we do have some rods on us, but I don't want to use all of those rods, and to avoid that I'm just going to slap some in there. Let's put the wire in there, and let's drop some of these other things that we have in there as well. We do need to watch this room here to make sure we don't get overly full, because that's not going to help us out at all. So our first while is actually spent doing a lot of the running back and forth, trying to get stuff filled up and stuff made and everything, just like any game, you know. It just takes a little while for that stuff to happen, so that is going to be the way it is for a little bit, but we will deal with it. Now let's go see about putting in the rods. We do have 40 rods, so we're getting close, as all we need is 25 more. I'm going to go ahead back and gather that copper, so we have quite a bit of that, and then we'll see how many more rods we have done, and hopefully upgrade to the next stage. One of the mistakes I made on my DFJ world is I did not make these guys like pretty soon in like I did on here, because I didn't really see a need to, because I wasn't really worried about it, because I was still trying to learn the game. So it is best to try to get that stuff done as soon as you can. Once you have that stuff done, you'll be doing a lot better, and that will really help you out in the long run. If it asks you to build something or wants you to build something, build it. It's going to help you out so much more. Let's go ahead and put this in here now, and let's go and put these rods in. Okay, we have that. Now let's upgrade the hub. Okay, so now we have something else.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Building Miner Mark 1. Building Storage Container. Hub feature Additional Biomass Burner. 10th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 6. Note, There are no notes.
I like how it says there are no notes. That's awesome. You do have to watch these a lot, so, you know, do prepare to spend a lot of time doing that, and be prepared to spend a lot of time getting leaves. You can only put in leaves or wood or flowers or whatever, but you can only put in one thing. So this thing is not on because there is no power going to anywhere. That's where another power pole is going to come in handy. And so what we ought to do is make some more concrete. So I'm going to grab this guy over here, make a bunch of concrete, and we'll see what else we need. And then we can continue to upgrade and everything else and get things going. But there's a lot of running around and back and forth and building and all of that stuff. And we barely started. That's like the awesome part about it. Awesome and also time consuming. Okay, I got that done now. Let's go ahead and let's go see about Hub Upgrade 6. So we're going to be able to do the space elevator, biomass burner, biomass of leaves, and biomass of wood, if I remember correctly. These are all the things that we need, so let's just go ahead and select this milestone. Okay, we do have 100 wire. Let's just go ahead and grab 100 wire, right click to split it. And you can take that out, and then we'll grab the 100 wire and we'll put that in there. 50 of the concrete. We're going to have to make quite a bit more, so let's just go and put that back in there. We'll take out those leaves, and we'll put those leaves into this one, so that we have that. That one's half full now, and we will continue. Whoa, you scared me. Big guy startled me, man. I didn't know what the heck was going on there. I kind of forgot they were here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and drop that, and we'll drop that. Now we're going to have quite a bit more, and we have this here with all these rods. Let's go see what we need. We need 100 rods. We are going to be partially there. Looks like we have 70, so let's just go ahead and put those guys in there. After 30 more, we can make... Okay, we have 10 plates. We probably want to hold on to those for right now. So again, let's just go ahead and put the plates into our inventory. Those reinforced ones as well. We do have a bunch of iron ingots, so we can use those. And there's those 10 iron plates. Okay, because you want to remember to keep these things open, and we did gain like 3 more slots. And it will always tell you like what you get and all of that kind of stuff. And sometimes it'll say before you do, but sometimes it won't, so you just got to watch. We need 50 of the concrete, so I'm going to continue making that, and then we'll try to upgrade one more time. I do believe that I have enough concrete now. We needed 50, and I have 62, so we'll put that in. That leaves me with 12. Now we need 100 plates and 30 more rods. We're going to take out these rods, and then we will make 100 plates. Okay, we have 25 rods. We're getting so close. Let's go ahead and take out this stuff here. We'll put that in. And I think we are getting low on power, but I'm not sure. Okay, he's doing okay. And this one, of course, is not on because it doesn't have any power, so... Let's go ahead and grab this, we'll put that in, and we'll continue trying to make as much of whatever we can. And hopefully those 30 rods will be done here soon. Okay, then we'll switch this to iron plates. And we did lose a couple of rods, but you know what, that does happen, and it's a-okay in the beginning. So that's all right. We can also, before you switch recipes, you can hit this and shut it down, and it will stop things. So just so that you know, so that way it can help you out if you're getting a little overwhelmed. You can just stop things and it should help you out. Let's go ahead and put in these rods that we have now, and then we'll put in some plates when we get that far. So we do have the extra rods. We have 6 extra rods. So let's just want to put those again in here. So we have 34 rods extra. And that's going to be probably the most helpful for us. B, to turn your lights on and or off. And then we'll go in and put in another 100 of that. So we're going to have to build multiples of these, as you know. And we're going to, or as you can probably see, I should say. And then in here we have 56 of those, and we also have a bunch of ingots, so that's okay too. We don't really need them, but we do have them. Let's go ahead and put in what we do have of those. We only need about 44, and we'll be done there. Under Q. Now we have the production, and now we have the miner, Mark 1. We're going to need one of the little miners, 10 plates, and we already have enough of the concrete. What we can do is make 10 plates. I do believe we can make 10 iron plates. It does look like it. Let's go to make 10 of these. Okay, so we have those. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here. We can do grab all. Pick up miner. We have that. Now let's go ahead and go to here. Let's go ahead and drop that in there, and we'll drop whatever else we can to make that a full 100. Now, this is going to be the fun part. We're going to have to build another power pole, obviously, and of course, look at Saturn right there. So, or whatever it is. Let's go to Q for the miner. We have everything that we need, and now we can take this and we can plop that guy right on there. So this is a big structure. There's only an out, there is not an in, and it will only go on these nodes. So, you know, it won't go anywhere else. I do like that drill, though. I never really noticed that drill, but that's mean looking drill. Reminds me of Space Engineers. Let's click that guy into there. That guy is now built. Now we're going to need a lot more plates. So let's go ahead and grab these 36 plates. Let's go to Q and let's go to logistics. And now let's go see if we can make a conveyor. I was going to say power pole. A conveyor from right there. Okay. We want that to be straight. Why is that not working? There we go. Take this guy out because we don't have any rods. Okay, let's go grab some rods. Let's grab a few of those. We'll split that. We'll take 17, and then we will come back over to here. Go back to Q, put in a conveyor belt, and now we should be able to do this. Now that we have that, let's go see about putting that right in there. And you can just drag it. You can move it. I'm not dragging it. My fingers aren't even on any mouse button or anything. And then you want to left click and it will build that just like that. Then we are going to build another power pole because again there's already 3 coming off of there. Q power pole, or what we could do alternately as well is go to Q, complete hub upgrade 6. Okay. Power line. And let's hook up a power line from this guy all the way over to that guy. Now that we have that, this guy will now be running and he'll be directly powering that guy. That is one way to do it. It will work. Whereas this one is powering all of the other equipment, and for some reason, okay, 20 megawatts. I don't know why he is red like that when he shouldn't be. Maybe it's because now this one is pulling so little and that one's pulling a lot, so we may have to think about a biomass burner at some point in time. I wonder if this guy's just pulling way too much than what we need, and that's one of the problems. I don't know. Relevant items. Hey, stinger remains. We can burn those. Okay, that's cool. Now let's grab these plates here. There should be more than enough plates. Now we're going to be making a lot of stuff. Let's go to here. Let's go see about getting this stuff in. We should have enough. And we still have 32 plates left. Alright, let's upgrade. Awesome. So now we got part 6. So this should be good now.
Congratulations. You have unlocked building space elevator, building biomass burner, part biomass. Motivational message. Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service. Additional knowledge. The hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols. Note: future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and, as such, initiating project assembly. Good luck.
Okay. One thing to also know, well, as we jump over this, is back here, you can see they're taking like these pipes. There's a bunch of pipes in there, and then they feed pipes into here, and it continues the drilling down into this hole, if you will. It isn't really, but that's kind of what it like is seeming like they're, you know, like a real drilling rig and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so we have a miner. So this is the miner Mark 1, and then we have our smelter and our builder right here, our constructor, and this thing, of course, is going to get full here in a little bit. But we're doing okay. What we can do is Q, let's go see organization. This right here. So now we have a storage container that we can put all of this stuff in, and we can actually make one. We might want to go ahead and do that real quick before we continue, so that way we can put things into here, and then we can get stuff out of there so we can make different things. Now again, if we line this up to where that green line is, you can see that green line. That way everything will line up just right. And then Q, logistics, conveyor belt. And let's just pull that guy right over to there. Ta-da! Now we have all the plates coming into here, and you can see all those plates there. We can pick them up, and you can see how many are going in there at one time. Now, this guy is going to work continuously as long as there is lots of power flowing, then it will continue to work. This guy right here will not be able to run anything else except that because of the way it's wired in. We can change that, so we can do that by pressing F, and then we can get rid of that power line if we so choose to. But I'm not going to because I think this will work for right now. What we got to do is gather some more leaves, and soon we'll be able to get things off of the trees and everything else. So in any case, this is Satisfactory. Thank you for joining me here. You got to see some of the automation process. I mean, we'll continue this. So the game is coming out the 10th, something like that, of September. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like on the video, and we will continue making more stuff because it's going to get way more complicated as we go. Let's go take a look at the milestones before we continue, and then we will end this episode. So we have base building, which gives us all of those foundations that I was talking about, along with walls and everything. Logistics, which is the conveyor splitter, merger, lifts, and productivity display. So with this upgrade, you can see the efficiency of each building. And the field research, so this does the MAM, I guess it is. I was saying NAM with an N, as in like no good. But this is MAM, M-A-M, so this is a really, really good building to make as well. Object scanner, personal storage box, and more inventory slots. It'll be just like this box when you do build that. And then, of course, this thing will be taking off every now and then once we get everything done in here that it's going to require, and it shows you the requirements. As you can see, each one takes a lot of different stuff, and it just starts getting way more complicated as we go. Alright, well, this has been a lot of fun. We will continue this at the next video, and like I said, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video, and I will talk to you next time. You have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.